Hey there people, how the frig's it going today? You want to see something cray-cray? Gonna show you anyway. Look at the friggin' size of those snowflakes, man. It's just coming down out there like super friggin' hard. Just dropping the snow. Looks like somebody trucked through my property. They probably had fun. Probably came over and checked the gas meter. But yeah, it's like seriously just dumping friggin' snow. It's just giving her like full tilt like a Peterbilt there. Pretty sweet. Anyway, it's mother friggin' Thursday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I just friggin' got on my lunch there. I'm gonna grab some fish. Do it in the Instant Pot because that's the best way to have fish. I find anyway. I don't know if it is the best way. The tastiest way is the fried in butter because, well, come on, anything fried in butter is fantastic, right? But let me get this on a plate and I'll show you what I'm eating. Look at that beautiful display of fish. It's not really beautiful, it all fell apart. But it's freaking delicious looking nonetheless. Yes, that is my spice on it. No, I'm not selling it commercially. So I got a stone here, a grinding stone. This is the coarse side, this is the not so coarse side. And I use it to sharpen up a bunch of my knives, including and not limited to the knife that I got from my buddy, the Mossy Oak. I sharpened this one up on there and she's razor sharp. So for fun last night, I grabbed the old piece of shit friggin' filleting knife. Decided to give her a run too. And end result, she's sharper than shit. But let's see if it holds a blade because the metal on it's pretty garbage. Now there's been a lot of ideas for different blades that I should look into, and I'm gonna definitely investigate them all. I'm in no rush. You know, something I was suggested to do with perch is use like a steak knife or a serrated blade to make the initial incisions because getting through their skin's a pain in the ass. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I got emails. Yay, emails. They're spams. One day I'll actually get an email that's valid. That'd be awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my fish, watch some YouTubes, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, bye. Alright guys, how's it going? It's friggin' done work. Man, what a day. What a day. Oh man, I just hear that. That was Oreo, he friggin' burped again. I don't know why he's burping McGurdy over here, but oh man, I forgot my friggin' thing for my guy. That made no sense whatsoever, but forget it. I'm super stoked because look outside. It's 5 o'clock and you can still see the light. It doesn't get dark now until like 5:30, 5:45. It's friggin' awesome. I say that. Damn it, I forgot something else for this friggin' setup. I'm gonna go out and snow blow the driveway because it's a friggin' mess. If I try to do any driveway things, it's not gonna happen, so. But I keep forgetting parts that I need for things that I need. One of them is one of those, there it is. One of these screw locks to lock the GoPro onto my chest mount. I want to test out the session in the cold. I got an idea. You can always tell when I grab one of these locking bolts here that basically connects the GoPro to the friggin' chest mount. I can always tell when I'm grabbing the official GoPro version or the cheap Chinese ones that I got off Amazon because the cheap Chinese ones off Amazon don't quite start right. The GoPro ones are a little tapered, so they go in and then they thread properly. But the Chinese ones, they're not tapered, so they're a bit of a pain in the dick. If that makes any sense. Probably doesn't. Alright, I'm gonna get suited up, guys. Switch over to GoPro. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna blast that driveway, and then I'll let the dog out afterwards because right now he's got nowhere to shit because it's literally a snowbank, and he literally gets tail deep in it. So when he's pooping, he's kind of sitting in his poop. It's pretty gross. Alright, let's go and friggin' snow blow some snow. Switching to GoPro. Alright, so obviously this thing here doesn't work well in the cold, kind of like me, but my key's on me, right? I think I'm gonna try and, should I just blow around the, you know what, I'm just gonna blow around the truck. It's gonna move the truck, I don't feel like moving the truck, frig it. Then it's just gonna get a bunch of ice build up, friggin' annoying. See, this is what happened when Oreo came out here. It's friggin' windy too, so I'll have to keep the chute down, great. I'm not planning on going anywhere tonight, but I'm planning on going somewhere maybe tomorrow night. It's like a tomorrow night after work, depending on the thermals. I was just gonna grab a bucket, my rod, some bait, you know, just the basics, and go and give her a hardcore dangle. How we doing on gas? Kind of low. Why did I put that back on? Jesus, Mark, I'm an idiot. But she isn't that cold out right now. It's actually not too bad out. And fire in the hole. Come on. Come on. It's got electric start. It's getting electric start. Poof. No? Okay. All right. Sweet. So there we go. Driveway is complete. Not an awesome job, but it's a job. You know, away she goes. Put that over there. Grab my little shovel. Just gonna do around the truck real quick. It was all pretty fluffy stuff until we got to the end. Then it was no longer fluffy. All that down there was slop. I meant to come around and cut a corner out of there. Oh, well, whatever. Good enough. Not like the truck's gonna get hung up on a little lip. For sakes. Alright, we're done with our outdoor activities for the day. Stay tuned for more. Just kidding, I'm not turning off the camera yet. Alright. Let's go back in the house. Oh, I'm guessing I got mail. Nope, that's weird, there's no snow on there. I showed you guys how bad it was coming down today. It was coming down hard. Should have kept that shovel up, cleared this off. Oh. Let's go get Oreo. Welcome inside. Oh, this you dude. Okay. I got an idea. Let's tie him up. He'll stop being a dummy. He's afraid of the gloves. He's pulling. Ow! I'm stuck. Ow! 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 Okay, good. Going to harass stupid. Where's my little shovel? I'm gonna quote unquote clean up the steps. Look at him. He's all hyper now. He's like, I know what that means. That means you're gonna grab the snow. Oh, you're so ferocious. What is... Boosh. Go pee. Hey, look, watch. Up it goes. All right, Stumpy. Jesus Christ. Did you guys hear that? He just ran into the door. Oh, poor guy. So, needless to say, that little stint with the GoPro took her down to half power, and she's freaking cold, so what I wanted to see is if I had the door on the side, if it'd make a difference in the battery life, and that answer is hard no. So I'm wondering if I did wedge one of those hot hands back there behind it to keep the back warm, if that would do something, but there's also a microphone back there, so it could distort the audio. I don't know. Might have to figure out something for winter vlogging. It's almost over anyway, we only got 2 months. Alright guys, I'm gonna make what I've been making all week to eat. Except we're gonna add, man, it just smells like raw gasoline in here too. It's me, I smell like raw gasoline because the exhaust is on that blower. It blows right back on you. Anyway, I'm gonna make what I've been making all week, except for I'm gonna put a twist to it and actually add vegetables. A really big Tupperware container I threw out. I remember now I wanted to keep it. I'm gonna be ricing up both of these broccolis, and by broccolis I mean cauliflowers, and we're gonna be adding this here to the ground turkey tonight. Gonna use this thing here to rice them because it works. It's amazing how that actually looks pretty damn close to rice, but it's not. You already know that though. It's amazing how the auto color changes when I get really close to it. It turns like green, and then you back it off and it remembers that white balance is a thing. But I'm not using all this tonight. I'm only gonna use like a cup or two, or a cup and a half. Now what I need to do is chop up this lettuce. So I need a good knife, which I have one back here. I just need to clean it. So here we got a good knife. Let's go ahead and chop it up. There we go. So now we need to go ahead and put the beef in our pan. Now I'm gonna fry up my ground turkey. This is ground turkey, not ground beef. I screwed up last time. Gonna let this here fry up, throw some of my spice to it. Been literally using this here all week on this, on pretty much everything I cooked actually. So far I haven't found anything that is bad on. Even that perch, it turned out amazing on the perch. So I was like, well shit, this is perfect. So why buy Montreal steak spice when you can just build your own? All you gotta do is do some research and find out what flavors you like, mix them together, and maybe you'll come up with something awesome. That's what I did. I know what my taste buds like. They like salty, they like zingy, they like stuffing. Like that taste of stuffing. That's where the cumin comes in. I mixed a bunch of stuff together in a bowl, stirred it up with a spoon. Probably could have used the food processor actually, now that I think about it. That might have worked fine too. Or even a blender to blend it all together. But yeah, just friggin' mixed it all together in a bowl with a spoon and then put it in a container and got myself my homemade spice that I so far like on everything that I eat it on. Which is awesome, because making stuff yourself and enjoying it is good for the pants. I don't know if it's recommended, but normally before I add my vegetables, I like to brown my meat. But in the case of ground turkey, I like to gray my meat. Alrighty. Alright, well I got one little container of cauli here, so I'm just gonna dump this in and see if that's enough. And I might go back and grab another one. Decided to start hand bombing the lettuce in as well. Get this all ready to go. So this is a meal that I used to make last year, like when I used to go out biking. And back then though, I was eating rice. So what I'm making now, and I also use the bigger frying pan too, so I'm hoping this little frying pan has enough volume to handle what I'm about to feed it. But I also used to use spinach instead of lettuce, which is higher in protein and lower in calories than these romaine hearts. But these are on sale. And sometimes you got a budget, so get 4 of these for $1.99. Get a lot of lettuce off of them. I decided to throw another scoop to it because that's what I do. The best part about this entire meal is the calories. Literally this entire meal, the most caloric thing in there is the turkey, and it's not even that bad. The lettuce is maybe 100 calories tops. I wouldn't even give it that. And the cauliflower, I added, there was about 150 grams of cauliflower, maybe tops, which is probably not much. I'll do the math on it afterwards, and I'll let you know. But what's nice about this is there's a lot of food here. This could easily feed 2 people. But this is not only going to satiate me, but it's going to hold me all night so that I'm not snacking, which is something you want to not do. Especially if you're trying to get rid of all the dirty foods that you've been eating on the weekends when you go out ice fishing, like I do. I'm adding more spice to it, just to get a little bit more zang, 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 zang. If you want to use rice, you can use rice, but the lower calorie alternative of riced cauliflower works just as good. Does it taste the same? No. Riced cauliflower does not taste anything like rice. I have done a chicken fried rice. Did I do that on this channel? But I remember I did it. I riced up a cauli, cooked up some chicken in the air fryer, chopped it up, and made a chicken fried rice in a frying pan, and with the soy sauce, which you're not supposed to use, apparently. I didn't know that, because, well, key reason is the name, soy sauce. But, I did it with the soy sauce and the chicken and the vegetables and the friggin' cauliflower rice and all that, and it was not too freaking bad. Like, I fried the rice first, added the soy sauce to get that brown color, then added the veg to it, kept stirring it around, added the chicken to it, stirring it around, added more soy sauce to it, stirring it around, and the end result was pretty damn fantastic for a low-carb solution. That's the other thing with this setup here. This is a low-carb meal, so if you're on a carb deficit or if you're trying to watch your carbs, this works out nice. And like I said, that's a lot of freaking food right there. Well, I'm done cooking. Good things, I just shit my pants, and we're gonna go ahead and plate this. There we go. So you can just eat it like that. That'd be pretty good, you know. And if you're into soy sauce, you can throw soy sauce on it and give it that oriental flavoring. What I like to do is just drown it in mustard. Well, not drown it, but like get it on there. But I find it makes it taste like a cheeseburger or a hamburger from McDonald's. Gives it that flavor. Best part about mustard is no calories. So frig, that's awesome. Well, it's so minute they don't even count it. All right, well I'm gonna go drop this in my face. Bon appetit. That's a heavy friggin' plate right there, boys. Look at that. Friggin' mountain of food. Actually, I'm gonna go upstairs. We'll tally up the calories, and I'll let you know just how bad my supper's been today. I can guarantee you, it ain't gonna be that freaking bad. There we go, guys. Here's my entire eatings for the day. So I had 5 eggs for breakfast, the fish for lunch, and that's dinner. Extra lean ground turkey, romaine hearts, cauliflower. That's where I'm sitting right now. I'm gonna chug a protein shake that'll get me over the 200 gram mark. Good to go. Hey guys, on a previous video, I talked about my fish finder. Right now she's getting a charge there because she's fully charged. I didn't realize it. The charging cable for the battery has a light. When it's red, it's charging. When it's green, it's good. I'm just gonna leave it on the charger anyway for a bit longer because who cares? But I talked about the transducer setup. If anybody's wondering, because I had a couple people message me asking me what kind of fish finder I use, even though I did an unboxing video of it on a previous video, but I don't expect people to go back, but I kind of expected people to see it, but whatever. My fish finder is the Garmin Striker version 4, or Striker 4, anyway. It's a, not meant for fish finding, but it has fish finding capabilities. What I'm screwed up on is the transducer setup. I showed you how I jammed it in there. That's wrong, okay? Problem is when you do that, it doesn't sit underneath the ice hole. When Sarah and I were ice fishing, I didn't realize it, but she, like, her jig, I couldn't see it on my finder until she really hard ripped it, then it quickly showed up. But it wasn't being picked up, and the reason being is I had the transducer in the water, but it wasn't below the ice, so it was like still within the ice channel. So like, let's say the ice is this thick, the transducer sitting around here, so from here to here there's still a bit of ice that's going to disrupt the signal and cause problems. Turns out, after doing some research, that's exactly what's happening. So what I need to do is on Saturday when we go out and give her a friggin' hard dangle, I need to adjust the cable so the transducer sits lower in the channel than the actual float, so that it's actually underwater completely. And I'm going to take your guys' advice. There's been a couple people who mentioned it. Rip a hole for the transducer, rip a hole for yourself, and then rip a hole for Sarah. So I'm going to do that. I'm definitely going to do that so that the transducer has its own hole. And because it'll be actually under the friggin' channel, we'll be okay. We'll be able to see both of our jigs. But yeah, that's friggin' crazy. I didn't even think about that, about the ice interference. I figured as long as it's in the water, it's good to go. Because something else you can do, like for instance, this thing here, I thought you had to cut a hole in your kayak for it. No, you take this, you take the sticky side off and you put it in your kayak, then you fill this with water and you put the transducer in it. The transducer will echo through the water, through your kayak to the water underneath, and apparently will find fish, so you don't have to put your transducer in the water. That's what this thing's for. Sure. I like the idea though of buying the kit off Amazon for 30 bucks. It's an arm that goes into the utility rail on the side of your kayak if you buy a fishing kayak, and it just kind of hangs off the side into the water and you're good to go. I'd probably go that route if anything, but I don't even know if I'll be using the fish finder on the kayak whenever I get one, if I get one. We'll see if I can afford to get one. We'll see what the hell happens with life. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that for tonight, guys. I know a shorter vlog, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And I guess on Saturday we'll see if the idea with the transducer being below the ice makes a better signal and gives us more imaging underwater so we can see more fish. Also gonna try using the GoPro in the shanty to see if we can maybe get some lock on to the fish finder so that you guys can see what's going on in the fish finder while we fish. I have an idea on how I'm gonna do that. Whether or not it works, that's another story. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a favorite comment, don't forget to subscribe, and until next time guys, remember, live to win, never give in. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.